Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Turtle Wars Seasons 4 and 5 because I'm going to announce them at the same time because I'm pretty much going to film one right after the other. Why is that? For fun. There we go. So, let's get into it. Format-wise, there's some big changes. We're going to have 3 layers, 4 layers if you want to count playoffs as a different one to the main event. We're going to start with the open qualifiers, which will just be tons and tons of different machines. Um, there's going to be 4 qualifiers, um, and the top 4 from each will make it to the closed qualifiers. It's going to be a single elimination bracket, but you do get 4 chances. So, you know. Then we're going to have the closed qualifiers. That is the top 32 machines, or sorry, the bottom 32 machines from last season. So the machines that didn't make the top 32 last year. Um, they're going to get invited to the closed qualifiers. They're going to be joined by the 32 teams from the open qualifiers, and they're going to be placed into a quadruple Swiss bracket system. Basically, we're going to split the 64 machines into 4 groups of 16 and put them in a Swiss bracket, which basically means 3 wins, you qualify, 3 losses, you're eliminated. So, top 8 from each Swiss system will qualify to the main event. The main event will see the top 32 from last year invited back and joined by the 32 teams from the closed qualifier. The top 16 from last season, we are going to be giving seedings. The other ones, we won't be. And then those 64 machines will be split into 8 heats of 8. The heats will play head-to-heads, single or double elimination bracket. And each heat will have 2 winners. The machine that wins every single match and goes through the upper bracket, and the machine that loses 1 match but wins all the rest will go through the lower bracket to the playoffs. Then the playoffs happen, right? As I just explained, there are 2 ways to make the playoffs, right? Either you win your heat through the upper bracket or the lower bracket. Yeah. The 8 machines that qualify from the upper bracket of their heats will be placed in the upper bracket of the playoffs, which basically will just mean they get 2 chances, right? They can lose a match and still make it through to the final 4. If you're in the lower bracket, you have to win. If you qualify through the lower bracket, you have to win every single match in order to make the final 4. With that bracket, if you make the top 4, if you make the top 2 from the upper bracket or the top 2 from the bottom bracket, you'll be invited back for the grand final, which will be single elimination until we get our champion. So here's a brief list of all the main event invites, right? We've got Generic, Derpy 19.0, Revenge of Armageddon, New Blood, right? All the veterans from last year. All the top 32. Pretty simple. What you probably want to hear about is our custom bot rules heading in this season. Here's how it's going to work. Similarly to last season, right? If you would like to, you can give me 3 designs that you came up with and you want to see try and make it to the main event this season. Similar to like an account mayhem. If a machine's design is like too difficult, I'll say that. I'll be like, this probably isn't going to work. You want to replace it, that kind of thing. But basically, right, if you want to enter your own builds, you can enter up to 3. If one of your machines make the top 32 last year, this is true for Lisa Everidge and Roomba Wars. They both had machines make it to the top 32. And Crystal Carnage as well. You can enter now up to 4 machines, counting those that made the top 32 last season. If you had multiple machines make the top 32, now this is only true for Roomba Wars, who had both Trident and Green Screen. It does not mean you'll be allowed 5 machines. we will be maxing out as 4. So, yes. If you're replacing um, a machine that competed last season with a new build, you have to tell me which machine this is replacing, right? So if Roomba Wars wanted to replace Trident with some new design, new bot, they'd have to specify, hey, this is a replacement for Trident, and then Trident would get the invite back to the main event. Another thing, because I'm going to record season 4 and 5 one after each other, I can't really make changes or updates or new custom bots. So the same custom bots will compete in both season 4 and season 5. And there you go. That's the announcement. Um, I'll probably wait like a couple weeks, maybe a month, um, to get those custom bot entrants, and then I'll get to filming. I'll get to the qualifiers, all that stuff. See you next time.